Jefferson again. Your boy.
Welcome back, guys, to the Jake Ellenbogen channel. I'm Jake Ellenbogen, and today is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go back to the same kind of video that you saw with the Matthew Stafford video, and this time we're going to be focusing on one of my favorite draft prospects who actually became a Ram, which never happens, Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson was drafted by the Rams in the second round in the 2020 draft with the same pick the Rams received after acquiring Brandon Cooks. Before we get into all of that, I want to let you guys know that, of course, this channel, if you've been living under a rock, it is sponsored indeed by Manscaped. Manscaped is friggin' awesome, and you're going to want to go right over to their website, type in JKB, get as much as you want, and you're going to get 20% off and free shipping by just typing that three-letter promo code. So, that's that. But this is going to be a video here where, I'm going to show, basically cut up all of Van Jefferson's all-22 tape and turned it into a highlight reel, very similar to Matthew Stafford. But we're going to be going over all the plays and really breaking this thing down and why I believe that a receiver who's 24 years old, going into a second season, a receiver that was active for all 16 games last year, but finished 25th in receiving yards among all rookies and was 18th among all rookie wideouts in general. All 24 players ranked ahead of him are roughly 2 to 3 years younger than Van Jefferson. He had 19 catches for 220 yards and 1 touchdown. And with the 57th overall pick, not getting the most bang for your buck, it led to, of course, fan concern, fan doubt, and, of course, did we draft a bust? I am happy to tell you that Van Jefferson is far from a bust. We're going to go over his film, we're going to talk about it, and explain why Van Jefferson not only is going to have a good year this year, but I think he can be a sophomore star. Sean McVay mentioned it in December. He thinks he's going to be a star and he's going to be a big-time player for the Rams for a long time. That he wasn't just blowing smoke. Van Jefferson is legit. He was, in my opinion, the best route runner in the 2020 draft class. And we're going to get more into it. I think, and I'm not 100% guaranteeing this, but I think that we shouldn't be shocked if he ends up leading the Rams in receiving next year. We should not be shocked at all. He's a very talented receiver that is not getting any sort of recognition and let's be real here, he didn't do a ton because he was limited by Josh Reynolds, but Reynolds is out the door. I know people look at Deshaun Jackson coming. Is that the end of Van Jefferson and their belief in Van Jefferson? No, not even close. So now this first throw to Van Jefferson is coming from Felipe Franks, a quarterback who really, I think, limited everybody around him. I didn't have really the opinion I had of Felipe Franks until I went back to the film and for this video saw that he had Kadarius Toney, Van Jefferson, Kyle Pitts, and literally held every single one of them back. It's quite insane when you really think about it, how much he held back this team. And so this throw is on the money. It's a good throw. But one thing I want to point out here is Van Jefferson's release off the line of scrimmage. He wins in a way that a very, very talented receiver in Michael Thomas wins all the time. His footwork. He hits him with multiple jab steps there, and you're going to see he just absolutely wins over the top, getting this post route here. He's going to win over the top, and the reason for that is because he's going to break the inside leverage here on his cornerback, and his cornerback's right up in his grill. It does not matter. Van Jefferson, very, very quick-footed, is going to make a play here, and this is exactly one of the things that he showed us in college. This is going back against Kentucky. He can make this type of play all day, and this is what you're going to need to do in the NFL. Can you get off the line of scrimmage? He absolutely can. But we're going to go through his college tape first, and then we'll go into the NFL and break that down. This next play here takes place in the Kentucky game. That's the same game that we're talking about. And quite frankly, Van Jefferson has a pretty easy thing here. He's not going to have, a guy right on him at the line of scrimmage. He has a man playing off about 10 yards. He's running pretty much a 3 to 4 yard curl route. And what he's going to do here is he's going to be able to turn it upfield. He grabs this ball here. You have number 17 coming at him with full speed. He's going to make a man miss and move up and get 8 in total on this play, get close to a first down. This is a very good ability by Van Jefferson, something he displays on film, of course, even just looking at his NFL tape, because he does a really good job. It's quick and suddenness off the line of scrimmage with his footwork, like we talked about the previous play, but the job that he does here in quickly turning upfield, this is very important because this shows you that he's going to be able to be a rack guy at the next level. Guys that run after the catch, I've said it before on this channel, they know how to do it. They set themselves up, they position themselves where once they make a jab step or they make a turn or a twist or something along that with their body, they're able to use their ankle flexion to point it upward. So they're pointing their feet upward, moving towards the top of the field, and they're going to be able to break out of this. Now, you see him curve, you're going to be able to see him make this play, and it's very impressive just how quickly. It's like no wasted motion whatsoever. We're going to take this upfield, and we're going to get 8, and this type of play is going to help because Stafford can throw the short and intermediate game to him, and he's going to work, and he's going to be able to be effective. And it goes to show you exactly what people mean, why this guy is very similar to what they already have on the roster in Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, because those guys are so good yards after the catch. They actually are 1 and 2 in the league over the last 2 years. So that's another thing. The Rams really value yards after the catch ability, and Van Jefferson clearly displays that in this one film clip going back from his game against Kentucky. Now, right here on this play, same play against Kentucky, or, same game against Kentucky. It's just a quick screen. He's a guy that obviously can turn it upfield pretty quickly. He has a hesitation here, kind of trying to read the field, but I'm not too worried about that hesitation. What I see here on film with Van Jefferson is a guy who has the speed that does translate, can move upfield, and takes about 20 to 30 yards on this play. It's something that, isn't too much of, something to look at. This isn't a huge play for him, but it's not a bad play. This just showcases his speed and how quickly he is to explode out of his stance. And, sure enough, he's quick enough, of course, and fast enough in the NFL. Sticking with Kentucky here, you have a really nice play here from Van Jefferson. He's going to run about 7 yards and break inward on this slant. And it's just a very simple slant, but it shows you how quickly he can break. And he's going to not round off his routes. You don't have to worry about that. He's going to break suddenly. The suddenness in his step is something to definitely look at moving forward with this receiver. And I think it's only going to get better with NFL coaching, especially with Eric Yarber and what he has done for the Rams as the wide receivers coach. Now we're on to a new game. This is against LSU, and what we're going to see here is a stellar pivot route in the red zone by Van Jefferson. That leads to a touchdown. This is not a great throw. I mean, it's a tough throw to make. It is not perfectly placed. So the fact of the matter is that Van Jefferson is going to have to make something happen here. And what he's going to do here is what you'll see is this is actually not Felipe Franks. This is Kyle Trask, who is in this upcoming NFL draft. Kyle Trask basically doesn't have a lot to work with there. The throw is a little, you could say it's a little past Van Jefferson, but look at there's so many things to like about this play. One in particular is how easy it is for him, how natural it is for Van Jefferson to run this pivot route. And he doesn't gain a ton of separation. But that's not what this route is designed to do in the red zone. Just get enough where a player like Kyle Trask can fit it into a slightly closer, a tough window, and he does. And again, it's not the best throw, but it's a pretty good throw. And Van Jefferson uses great extension at 6'2". He has that extension, and he's able to get that touchdown. It's a huge play for Van, and it's only the tip of the iceberg when you really think about what he can do, especially looking at this game. And then against LSU here, We're going to see on this play, Trask is going to throw this back shoulder fade to Van. It's not a great thrown ball, okay? But the thing I like about this is that Van Jefferson is basically sacrificing potentially getting more yards just to make sure this catch is made. This catch is not, this throw is not a good throw because it's thrown behind him. If this is a back shoulder, if this is thrown back shoulder, say you even throw it behind him and throw it to his front shoulder, he could actually maybe make a play, move up field, who knows what he gets. But here, Van Jefferson has this guy beat, and he comes back and makes the play. Again, it's fine in college, but in the NFL, that's not a great throw. Van Jefferson does a nice job of adjusting to it and making the catch, even though he has to go to the ground. And you're going to see that. Van Jefferson's willing to go all out for the football, and that's what makes him a reliable receiver going back to college. So again, here we're sticking with LSU. Van is going to run pretty much the same exact play here. Not a ton of separation. The throw is a little bit better, but again, Van's going to go to the ground. He's going to secure the catch. He's not trying to make some crazy highlight play on the sideline. He wants to make sure he has the football. Kyle Trask, you're going to see here in the gun, is simply, he throws this as a college quarterback. This is not an NFL throw. And it's really not a good throw. You don't want to bring your wide receiver to his knees like that, to a sliding grab, but that's how it is there. Van Jefferson reliability, once again, makes that catch. We move on here. And we're going to see Van Jefferson here do a really nice job, again, off the line of scrimmage. He's going to bite. He's going to get the cornerback to bite. And what he does is this quick jab step to go and run this slant route. And he gets the first down and more. He almost breaks that. So this is just a great play by Van Jefferson. Trask again is in the gun here. And what you're going to see, Van Jefferson just wins off the line of scrimmage. Boom. Easy money for him. And he's just a fantastic player. I mean, we knew that. He was a great prospect, coming out of Florida, so it's not a shock. Here we have Trask in the gun. It's in the red zone, at the goal line, actually, and you're going to get a perfectly thrown pass to Van Jefferson, who is going to make a fantastic catch. This, once again, that quick slant, he just is such a master at that. And what is most important here is this isn't just a speed receiver. This isn't just a possession receiver. He's way off the ground here in really tight coverage. First off, it's a great throw by Kyle Trask, number one. Number two, the way he extends is what I love. He's a natural hands catcher, which is going to translate well to the NFL. And you could argue that Jared Goff held guys like this back on the Rams. So now you have Matthew Stafford, who's pinpoint accurate, not generally accurate, and that's really going to help a guy like Van Jefferson. Once again, this play here, it's going to be another one of those throws by Trask where a guy has to, slide and make a grab. This one is Van Jefferson sprawling out, making a full-on extension, completely diving out and making the catch. That's the last play I'll show you from LSU. Really was impressed with the way, Van Jefferson played in his limited opportunities. Keep in mind, this guy's a starter, but for whatever reason, Florida did not really like to use him. And they didn't really start using him until like the end of games when they needed reliability. No idea why, and that's probably why he was never a 1,000-yard receiver. So here's a big game for Van Jefferson. We move over to the Florida State game, and Van Jefferson's going to make a hell of a catch here. You're going to see it in the gun. Trask is going to look towards the middle of the end zone, and Van Jefferson is going to jump up and make this ball a 100-0 ball. There's no chance the cornerback has. It's a good throw by Trask, but Van Jefferson's going to go up and manhandle that ball. And there you go. Touchdown, Florida. Van Jefferson, reliability once again. Again, no idea why he wasn't utilized enough, but I guess that's just the way that was. And you'll see this. You'll see this in college. For whatever reason, Florida did not know how to use Van Jefferson. And to be honest with you, fine. They had Kyle Pitts. I get it. They had Kadarius Toney. I get it. But it's how often they had, Felipe Franks tucking and running when they had all those guys open. They had, Kyle Trask, who wasn't even looking his way. That's what I don't understand. So there's a lot of that, and it's frustrating to watch, but that's why eventually it gets corrected. A guy like that goes in the second round, even though he never had a 1,000-yard season, and gets questioned for his production, and then ends up becoming an NFL star. It happens all the time. So I'm not necessarily worried about it. And we're going to see, this is a nice job here by Van Jefferson, here again in the red zone. And this is a different quarterback, number 5, and I don't even know who that is, but he's throwing a dart to Van Jefferson, who once again, Van Jefferson wins on the quick slant. He always does that. He's very quick, and it's really hard for a cornerback to keep up with that. So again, beats his man, good throw, around the money, touchdown, Van Jefferson. And that was definitely a game there that Florida just took over. So now we move over to the Missouri game. And with the Missouri game here, this is another really good game from Van Jefferson. And you're going to see the perfect back shoulder fade. This is exactly how it's supposed to be thrown by Kyle Trask. But more importantly, this is Van Jefferson going and contorting his body to make this grab. You watch again towards the sideline. This is beautiful work by Van Jefferson. He's contorting his body in a way that only he can catch it, and he's keeping himself in control so he knows he can get the 2 feet in bounds. And he only needs 1 foot in college, but in the NFL, this is also a catch. So on the previous play, which I'm not going to show you here, I don't have it, I completely cut it out, but on the previous play, you're going to see, if you saw this game, Van Jefferson dropped it was a concentration drop, but he had pretty tight coverage on him, so I'm not going to really fault him for it. Well, he comes back on this play, does a really nice job winning, again, inside leverage, boxing out his defender, and making a beautiful 20-yard plus catch. This is another example of how Van Jefferson doesn't let things like that get to him. Some young receivers will let a drop absolutely kill their game. Not Van Jefferson. Comes back right away, wins right off the top. There you go. Huge play for Florida to move the chains. And this is one of the best Van Jefferson plays you're going to see in college. He's going to win off the line of scrimmage here. Inside leverage. He's going inside, right? Well, here's the thing. He stops on a dime. Cornerback has no idea what to do, so he grabs it. He's able to fight through that contact and get through and get leverage to the outside near the line of scrimmage. And you can already see him, the way he's getting his catch position, he's getting his hands in the catch position is very important here. And it's going to make this catch very easy for him near the sidelines. Gets both feet in bounds to boot, even though he doesn't have to in college. This is a good throw by Kyle Trask because you're throwing it near the pylon. You're throwing it near, the out of bounds and the sideline. But this is also a great catch by Van Jefferson and a great job before the catch to get open because, again, he had the guy beat deep down the field, but that is not what the route constitutes. So he has to go by the route, of course, by the playbook. And what you get from that is Van Jefferson being able to show you that he can fight through contact. So sometimes people will look at 6'2" receivers, and if they're not big bodied, 220 pounds, then they kind of look at him like, oh, well, that guy's going to get tossed around like crazy. Van Jefferson does a nice job of, the play strength is obviously there, ripping through that corner that's holding him and making sure that he's there to make this catch that's thrown on a dime by Kyle Trask. Here's another great play, and this is going to be the last one I show you from the Missouri game. Kyle Trask is going to do a nice job here, but most importantly, Van Jefferson's going to do a nice job here. What you're seeing is Van Jefferson's going to break inside. He likes doing that inside move and can go outside. Obviously, we've shown you his ability to fight through contact. So what you see is obviously the really nice footwork that you would see from a Michael Thomas or a Devontae Adams or a Julio Jones. I mean, he's got some amazing footwork that's really going to bode well in the NFL and getting him off the line of scrimmage. So now he's going to get this inside leverage here. He's going to stop on a dime. Once again, fighting through contact. It's literally the same play as before, but he's going to do a nice job of holding on to this ball. And what you see here, the thing that's a little different from the previous sideline throw is that Van Jefferson loses his footing, but he knows where the marker is. Context matters here. You need the first down. And this is not going to be easy, but he's able to stretch out. He completely lays out of bounds, but he stretches out, and as you can see, the referee where he's standing, he gives him the first down. I love that effort. That is something that you see with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, and it's something that you'll see with Van Jefferson. He translates that to the NFL very well. So here we are now in the NFL, and now I hope you guys get an idea of what Van Jefferson can provide if you don't already know. And I know you've seen a year, so I'm not trying to talk as if you're all dumb, but it's important to go back and refresh your memory, especially when a guy only had 19 catches in a season. It's very easy to kind of just say, all right, well, he's not that great. Wrong. Let's watch this play. Okay, this is Sunday Night Football. This is the opening night at SoFi. Huge stakes here. The Rams playing the Dallas Cowboys. At this point in the season, week 1, we thought the Cowboys were going to be a team to beat. That didn't end up happening, but that doesn't matter. We don't know that going into this game. So Jared Goff is going to throw this ball near the sideline here. It's actually a really nice throw. A better throw, though, makes a Stafford throw probably allows him to go in stride. Van Jefferson has a touchdown on this. But we're going to talk about what Van Jefferson can do here. So this ball's thrown well. It's not perfect, but it's thrown well. Van Jefferson is running stride for stride with the cornerback. Cornerback's doing a nice job. He's sticking with him. He's attached to his hips, but Van Jefferson is going to make this play. And why is he going to make this play? Because he is phenomenal at ball tracking. He's underrated. He can be a deep threat. Just because he's not going to run by guys like the new Ram Deshaun Jackson doesn't mean that they're not going to throw down the field to Van Jefferson. When you can make plays like this over the top, that is very impressive. The ball tracking's there. He gets 2 feet in bounds, secures the catch. This is a beautiful job by Van Jefferson, despite the fact that he had a cornerback right in his hip pocket, and that was not going to be an easy catch. But really nice throw by Goff and really nice catch by Van Jefferson. So now we're going to move on here, since Van Jefferson unfortunately didn't have a lot of playing time last year for whatever reason. I can't imagine having a guy that talented and not using him that much, but he was used quite often, or a decent amount, in the beginning of the season. And we're going to go here to week 2 against the Philadelphia Eagles. And we're going to see here, this is Jared Goff throwing kind of, again, towards the left sideline. It's not the same play because he's not throwing over the top. He's not throwing a deep ball. He's throwing from, say, the 35, 34 yard line, and he's going to hit Van Jefferson here. So it is kind of a deep ball, I guess, at the 6 yard line. This is not the greatest throw, because if he throws over the top, Van Jefferson is going to have a touchdown. But it's a good throw, and it's probably more along the lines of what the game plan had and what the playbook was saying. So Van Jefferson is going to sprawl out here, make a diving/sliding grab, in which he puts his whole extension of his arms out. We've already seen this on tape. And he's going to make the catch and slide. And he's going to secure this. And this is a huge catch in this game early on. This actually set the tone for the Rams and Eagles. To be able to get down there that quickly early on in the game was huge. And Van Jefferson makes a beautiful catch, securing the football and showing you that he's reliable. This was early on in the first quarter, so it was a big deal. So Van Jefferson here is going to do a nice job. Now, what we see here, Goff again, he's got Malcolm Brown in the shotgun with him, and Goff's going to throw this pass, and Van Jefferson is going to secure the catch, and he is going to break a tackle, and he moves upfield. And look, he doesn't get a ton of yards, but what I like is that he breaks that tackle, and he takes the punishment. Again, this idea that he's not big-bodied enough is just ridiculous. I'm not saying it's a narrative that's going around, but I'm saying it's often a narrative that goes around when you see more of a lean receiver. Lean receivers are fine. They break tackles. There's different strength to have. And clearly Van Jefferson knows what he's doing and can actually withstand an arm tackle. So again, we're going to see here Goff, designed rollout, designed bootleg, love it. It's a perfect job by Sean McVay. But what we want to look at here is, where did Van Jefferson come from? Because this is who we're keying in on, right? This video is about Van Jefferson. So he is coming from where you see the 40-yard line. And he's going to go out here, and he is basically cutting across the 50. Now, he doesn't have to run some crazy elaborate route because no one is on him. This is all zone. And what this is going to allow is Van Jefferson to get open here. At about the 48-yard line, he's going to come down with this catch. And he does a nice job there. Gets close to a first down. But the fact that he's able to get open for Goff is pretty huge. It's a nice design. They get him in zone there. Van Jefferson's smart. He knows where the first down is. He got close to it. He didn't get the first down because that's not what the route constituted. That is where he needs to be. So, it's a good play. Maybe if Goff waits a little bit longer, he has a chance. But with a guy bearing down on him, I don't know if he could have waited longer. So this is a good play by Van, and it shows you. All right, moving on. He didn't have any plays in the Bills game, which was surprising since, the Bills game, they really, scored a lot of points. But we go to the 49ers game, and here we're going to see Van Jefferson. Once again, we saw this in college, the quick slant and then moving upfield. Turn upfield, big fella, he does, and he's going to get the first down there. And it's just a really nice job by Van Jefferson here to get this first down. Again, you see it fully in display. You saw it in college, and now you see him translating to the NFL. He's taking what he showed you on film. He's taking that quick slant, the quick curl route, and he's moving upfield. And again, that is going to allow him to be a very, very tough receiver in yards after the catch. Now we move forward to the Bears game. And again, sorry, we have to skip around. He only had 19 catches. That's what we're dealing with. So we move to the Bears game here. And what we're going to see... We move to the Bears game here. And what we're going to see here is Jared Goff is going to go on a reverse boot. So he's going against his body, and he's going to throw a really nice... a rocket throw near the sidelines. Perfect throw, by the way, to Van Jefferson. Now, there's not a ton of room for error here, and Van Jefferson knows Goff couldn't have thrown that really any better near the sidelines because the margin for error is so slim. You have a cornerback that's right there. The play didn't work exactly how it was supposed to because he needs to have more leeway. But the thing is, the cornerback is bearing down on him. There's not a ton of space. So Goff throws this in a tight window here. And the window is essentially the sideline and the corner. It's not two corners. It's the sideline and the corner. So he throws this in, and Van Jefferson is going to get his knee and his foot down, make sure he secures the catch. And this is just a great job by Van Jefferson. You get the first down. This is a killer play here, and it hurts the Bears early on because this is early on, first quarter here. They're driving, and this is what allows them to move down the field and eventually score. So now we move on to the Miami game. I know no one wants to look at the Miami game, but we're going to look at it for Van Jefferson's sake. This is actually the game where I believe this is the game where Cam Akers broke out, who was also a rookie that was drafted 5 picks before Van Jefferson. But what you're going to see here, here's another play in which Van Jefferson is exhibiting exactly what he did on film in college, but he's actually getting better. So what you see here is this is a perfect back shoulder throw for Jared Goff, but this is even more perfect play by Van Jefferson. We didn't see the toe drag swag from the previous, videos and what have you, but he does it a brilliant job with a very, very good corner, might I add, on him in Byron Jones. We'll watch again, and basically what Van Jefferson is doing is he's going to be running that back shoulder fade, which he's been doing before, but what he contorts his body, he makes sure to drag his feet. So this is really not easy, guys. We see this a lot, but this is not easy. You basically have to plan ahead. And so he plans ahead. He's dragging his feet while he's catching the ball. So it's going to be an easy ruling for the referee. No brainer. He's in bounds. Byron Jones is upset because he just got toasted. So he's trying to say that he's out of bounds. Not to be. He's in bounds. They ended up having to challenge that. It is what it is. So this last play here from the Miami game, and you're going to see right on film, this is what he's been doing, Van Jefferson. He's going to win. He loves going inside. He likes inside leverage. He's not going outside. So Van Jefferson here is going to go inside. This is not a quick slant. This is a pretty long slant here. He's running 10 yards to do this slant, and this is right at the first down marker when he breaks. When he breaks, he's already kind of thrown off his cornerback because he's broken suddenly. He's not rounding it off. This is a really nice route. The curvature of his foot, and this is also a really good throw by Jared Goff. right where it needs to be. And this is just an incredible catch with a guy totally all over him by Van Jefferson to pick up that first down. Again, he wasn't utilized enough, but when he was utilized, he made plays. And this is another one of those, 10 to 15 yard catches that we take for granted, but this is not an easy catch to make as a rookie in the pros. And he does a nice job of it and doesn't really bat an eye because he belongs. Act like you've been there. Van Jefferson always does that. So now we move on. This is the Seattle game, and this is going to be the one at the Dome, or not the Dome, but at SoFi Stadium. And this is another great throw. It's more of a rounded off slant here, but the thing with Van Jefferson is that he's got this toughness about him. Watch this. It's a good throw by Jared Goff, but it's even better preparation and take by Van Jefferson. He's going to get hit hard. A guy coming right down the pike here, the free safety, is going to nail him. But it doesn't matter because Van Jefferson is going to be fine. He doesn't fumble the ball or anything like that. Totally fine. So now we move on to the Buccaneers game. The Rams actually won this game on Monday Night Football. Very fun game to watch. This is Jordan Fuller's breakout game. All of that. But this is actually a huge game because the thing about this game for Van Jefferson, this is his first NFL touchdown. It comes in this game. So what you're going to see here is Goff is going to see Van Jefferson already has this guy fooled. This cornerback has no idea what he's doing. And it's clear. He's going to set up Van Jefferson. You have the jet motion coming around. Van Jefferson's going to absolutely dog him with his footwork. Again, his footwork translating from college to the NFL. We're going to see it again. He is literally so out of position. Number 35 there, I believe that's either Carlton Davis or I think that's Jamel Dean. Jamel Dean is so far out of position here, it's ridiculous. Van Jefferson has created 2 yards of separation. This ball comes in behind Van Jefferson. It's not a good throw by Jared Goff. Of course, he was pressured, but he wasn't really pressured all that much. And I think anybody is going to take that pocket. That's a pretty clean pocket. By pressure, yeah, he had guys running at him, but that's not even fair to say. So, this ball's thrown pretty far behind. This doesn't even hit the number 1 on his 12 jersey. And Van Jefferson's going to bring it into his body on the other side. He's naturally going to walk into the end zone. He has got this guy so beat. The only thing that makes this look close is how bad this throw is. So this throw being bad puts Van Jefferson in a tough predicament here. He's got a guy bearing down on him that he beat with his own work. And then he has 45 coming in for the kill. 45's not going to get there. That's Devin White. And Van Jefferson's just going to take his momentum and sail into the end zone and take a hit, but not a huge hit. And there he is getting his first touchdown of his career, and he had to earn it. That is not an easy touchdown. Again, we'll see it. He just absolutely dogs Jamel Dean with his footwork off the line of scrimmage, and his delayed footwork nonetheless just really beat him on the hesitation. And then Jared Goff kind of gives the guy an opportunity, and it's still not enough because Van Jefferson has done such a beautiful job of creating that separation. It's too much, even though the ball was thrown pretty poorly behind him, and that's what you get. So now the Rams are playing Arizona on this clip here, and we're going to see the motion here, jet motion, Robert Woods, and this is going to be a rollout here. I like this design by Sean McVay, but the Cardinals have seen this before. They've seen 2 guys, so this is just going to be a quick throw, not really many yards there, pretty much 2 yards. I like the play design. I wanted to show it because it just shows you that Van Jefferson really has no problem going all over the field and making plays. And this isn't like a great play, but it just shows like this is traffic that he's sifting through. And he's able to redirect himself and pick up some yards. This could have been a loss of yards or what have you. And I really did not mind that play. Now, of course, I would like to see Van Jefferson get more than that, and unfortunately, with a guy that went over 600 yards and Josh Reynolds playing over him, he wasn't really able to do much, but Van Jefferson can play in this league. I think we've established that. Okay, so this play here, we're going to stick with the Cardinals. Van Jefferson is going to run this route. He's about the 5, so it's about 5-yard grab here, And he's going to maintain this. It's not anything too special, but it's showing you on film that, he only had 19 catches. So I'm literally showing this to you because he's only had 19 catches. And this is a 5-yard grab. Nothing really super special, but he didn't do anything wrong. So as we move forward in this one, we're going to see here, Jared Goff is going to throw this ball, and Van Jefferson again is going to take this and take a hit on top of it. But he hangs on, and this is important. Van Jefferson is going to take the hit, hang on, and keep moving the ball downfield. Again, there's not really a ton of opportunity here for Van Jefferson. You're seeing he's making all his reps count. This is important. It's going to bring up the next play here, which I think he gets the first down in this play. I don't necessarily remember, but Goff here is under center. He's not under center. He's in the empty set formation. You're going to see Van Jefferson do a nice job. Again, his hesitation move is crazy, but then he's going to hit him with the pivot move that we saw. So again, this is why I showed you guys the college film first, because you're able to see how he utilizes his college tendencies and his abilities and his skills. He utilizes them in the NFL. See this? This is a good throw, allows him to gather, but Van Jefferson's already positioned himself to move upfield. So you're going to see here, Van Jefferson's going to move upfield. He's got a guy about to block. That is Cooper Kupp. He doesn't get there, but he gets the first down after being chased down. So I like this play, mainly because Van Jefferson is doing all sorts of things here. Again, he's got Dre Kirkpatrick, and he destroys him because he has the hezi, and Kirkpatrick doesn't even move. But when he does the pivot, Kirkpatrick is completely taken out, and there you have your separation, easy throw for Goff to make, and he's going to turn it upfield and get close to the first down marker. That spot is terrible. All right, now we move on to Arizona, but this is the Arizona game with John Wolford. So John Wolford actually got Van Jefferson involved a decent amount. And what we're going to see here is a nice throw. First off, look at the frozen rope there. There's really no give. That's a really nice throw from John Wolford right on the money. It's going to allow Van Jefferson to move upfield pretty quickly and get some yards, mainly getting the first down, which is important there. You're moving the chains. We're going to see it again here. John Wolford out of the gun. Quick throw. This is right to Van. Van's already looking upfield. He's going to turn upfield. Boom, first down and more. Love it. That is something that Van Jefferson will do, and he's going to continue to be really good at that. So you're going to see duo bunches formation here. You're going to see a running back at the bottom of your screen. Van Jefferson is lined up next to Robert Woods. Woods is running across there, but you see Van Jefferson, he just absolutely puts Dre Kirkpatrick on ice. And I'm not saying Dre Kirkpatrick's a great corner, but it's still impressive that he's doing this to NFL corners. Kirkpatrick's been in the league for quite a bit. He's not the best corner. He does struggle, and he will bite on double moves and things along that nature. But this is just a simple break, and this is just a really nicely done move. It's not a great throw. He waits a little bit, but this is a great catch by Van Jefferson and a great route. And we're going to see it again. John Wolford here. He's in the gun, and we're going to see he probably has Woods there, but he wants to go deeper. And this is not a great throw, and the reason for it is because Zach Allen is going to get pressure here. He pressures him because he beats Austin Blythe. And then that allows, at the last second, Marcus Golden to get in after beating Joseph Noteboom. That affects the throw. It's not a great throw. It's still a solid throw, but he couldn't throw it out in front of him because of the pressure. That's the only thing that helped Dre Kirkpatrick almost break this pass up. But in the end, Van Jefferson prevails because, again, Van Jefferson's the reliable receiver, and we knew that because that's why Florida uses him all the time at the end of games. Now, if they actually used him the entire game and tried to force their hand in getting him involved, maybe they would have won more games, but that's neither here nor there. And this is going to be trips formation here. We're going to see John Wolford out of the gun. We know where this is going because we haven't seen it yet. It's going to be the bubble screen. I like the design. It just doesn't work out. They do a nice job of bottling it up. But Van Jefferson, once again, he's breaking that arm tackle, and he's going to move, and it's going to get like a yard, which is surprising. It's a really nice job by Van Jefferson here. There's really nothing to gain. There's literally nothing going for this play, but Van Jefferson's able to slide out of that tackle. And it just once again shows you that Van Jefferson on film is his play toughness is there. You know, his play strength is there. He's ready. He's going to break these tackles, and it's impressive. It's something that I always look at. I want to make sure that the receiver knows what he's doing, but I also want to make sure the receiver has the mental toughness, the play strength, and he's going to be able to withstand. Sometimes not every play is going to go according to plan. This is a guy that shows you that he can be redirected off his route and he can improvise. And right here, this is one of my favorite plays of maybe the year. And I know it's kind of ridiculous to say that, but this is just an awesome play. It's John Wolford to Van Jefferson here. We're going to see Wolford roll out to his right after faking it. We have guys, they're all over. Buda Baker's bearing down. You have all these guys going after Wolford. And it's just a great throw on the run. It's right on the money. It's a perfect throw. I mean, you can't get any better. And it's where Van Jefferson wants it. He's putting it right up eye level. Van Jefferson's able to bring it in, and he's already turning his hips so he can move upfield. And he doesn't really break stride here, so he's able to pick up yards. It would have been great if he got a touchdown, but that wasn't in the cards there. Just not, it was too far to go. But I still really like the play here. And you're going to see going back, this is Van Jefferson once again. He has Byron Murphy on him here. And he's going to beat Byron Murphy inside. He has some traffic here from the linebacker. So you're going to see the linebacker get involved. There's traffic. And he might have Higbee. But Higbee comes in to block. Love that. And Jefferson, he's not going to break stride here. But this is just a great job, I think, by Byron Murphy to make this tackle here. Look, Van Jefferson, really nice play there. And that's the season, the regular season. Now, Van Jefferson didn't get any playing time really in the Seattle playoff game for whatever reason. It was fine, but annoying. So then they kind of changed their ways in the Green Bay game. And by kinda, I mean kinda. They didn't do a ton. But Van Jefferson got his first postseason touchdown. And this is a very simple play. Goff is throwing to a wide open Van Jefferson. Why is he wide open and sliding? Because, well, he basically won his battle here. So Van Jefferson here, he's going to line up pretty much in the slot. And we have Woods on the outside. You have Kevin King, who's on Woods. And then you have the cornerback. Actually, it's Adrian Amos, number 31, who is on Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson is just quicker than the safety Adrian Amos, and that's how that happens. So it's nothing like Van Jefferson didn't do or did do. I think it's just, he did his job. He caught a touchdown. That's great. It's not anything, super exciting or anything like that. But hey, it was a reliable catch here, in a game where it was 16 to 3. And Van Jefferson makes the touchdown grab in a playoff game. Pretty big deal. And right before half, no less. So then we move on. And we're going to get this nice catch here from Van Jefferson. And again, it's not a great throw by Jared Goff. It's actually a horrible throw. There's really no point of even making this throw. He has some time. Probably could have gone, though there was a hold downfield. So maybe he couldn't have. But what I look at here is that Van Jefferson here on Kevin King is going to put him in the dust. And really the only thing on this curl that keeps Kevin King even in the game is the poor throw by Jared Goff. If he throws this to like the side, maybe one of his shoulders, if he throws this to the outside shoulder of Van Jefferson, I think Jefferson is going to blow by the over-pursuing Kevin King. Because Kevin King dove here. So I'm thinking that if he throws this, towards his outside shoulder, then Van Jefferson is going to go upfield and make something happen. Instead, it's barely thrown. It's like at his foot. He still makes the catch. Sliding, once again, we talked about Van Jefferson is just trying to make sure he secures the catch. Gotta love, a player like that that's always trying to be reliable. And, it's important. So now here, we're going to see Van Jefferson. He's going to stay on the outside here. We move some guys in motion, Reynolds and Woods. This is an under center throw, single back formation. And we're going to have Jared Goff throwing from a slightly clean pocket. It wouldn't have been clean in a second, but There it is, a nice throw here, and Van Jefferson is going to slide and make this catch. Now, it's a nice throw considering the fact that Goff is also playing with a broken thumb, to keep that in mind. He's on Kevin King here. Kevin King's on him. Watch, Van Jefferson does a great job here. This is not an easy play. And the thing here that is important to highlight is that when Van Jefferson is going through here, what you're going to see is Adrian Amos, the safety. He's basically going to pick Van Jefferson. And this isn't pass interference because he's smart and lines up around the 39-yard line. So if you really think about it, that's only 3 yards, contact, and it's after the 5 yards. And what Adrian Amos does is he disengages here and lets Van Jefferson hit the 5 yards. So as you can see, there's the yard line. There you go. This is a legal play. And what it does is it forces Van Jefferson to redirect his route. He had to fight through that. He does. And actually, I'm not really sure what Kevin King was doing, but it shows you that he wasn't actually able to really take advantage of the really nice play that was set by Adrian Amos. So what we see here is that Van Jefferson fights through that like he's always been doing going back to college. He gets some contact from Kevin King down the field. Not illegal. I mean, I think that's pretty much just standard. And then he's able to blow by him and make this nice catch. Now, this is thrown behind him. So Van Jefferson has to slide, make the catch, and he's touched down. But the thing that's important here, and of course, Jair Alexander's peeling off of Josh Reynolds. So he probably is getting tackled here because Jair Alexander is a great tackling corner. But that's a what-if scenario. And what is important here is if Goff throws this more on a line and out in front of Van Jefferson, who knows if he doesn't turn upfield and make something happen. So he has to slide and make this catch. But Van Jefferson was putting himself in a position by beating Kevin King pretty easily, even with the help he got from Adrian Amos redirecting his route. Jared Goff kind of held that route back. I think there was definitely a chance for a big play there. A chance. I'm not saying 100% that Jair Alexander doesn't make that tackle, but I'm also not saying 100% that he does. And I think at that point, you see Josh Reynolds is turning around, and the reason he's turning around is because he hears and sees the ball go to Van Jefferson, and Van Jefferson hit the deck. If Van Jefferson doesn't have to go down to the ground because of a poor throw or throw behind him, not really a horrible throw, but a better throw, and I think Josh Reynolds is scanning because he's a smart football player, and he's going to look, and if Van Jefferson gets his ball out in front of him, he's about to engage the guy right next to him, number 26, Darnell Savage. So I think that's exactly why he looked over. He wanted to make sure whether or not he was supposed to engage at that point. He already saw Jair Alexander disengaging and ready for the kill shot, to make that tackle, and he touches him down there, but that's about it. So again, it shows you there's a lot more that goes into just a play like that, because Van Jefferson, we saw it, had to break past Adrian Amos, and you might have missed that, but that is huge. It's a pick there, and he breaks through, and it's impressive that he's able to break through in a playoff game, no less, and make this play as a rookie. So now here, this is going to be one of Van Jefferson's last plays of this video, and I had to include it. It's not anything super special. It doesn't really showcase Van Jefferson. It's just a quick throw from Goff on the 2-point conversion that we know. It is a good route. He runs this pivot here. He's got Tyler Higbee about to block, but he doesn't need him to, because what he does, and don't get me wrong, Higbee blocks well. What he does that pivot so well, I think he actually fooled Kevin King enough where even without the blocker, he was going to be able to make this play. So of course, we see the quick throw and the dump off here, 2 Cam Akers to go in, collect the 2-point conversion. The Rams are feeling good at that moment. They're only down by 1 score. And this is a huge play. This is a risky play, the 2-point conversion here. If you miss it, the game's over. So what they do is they throw a quick throw over to Van Jefferson. And Van Jefferson, the hook and ladder, 2 Cam Akers. And how ballsy was that play? But more importantly, the Rams ran that play with 2 rookies. And that actually just says a lot. The fact that Sean McVay trusted Van Jefferson to be the guy in that situation to get that pass says a lot to me. Now, keep in mind, Cooper Kupp wasn't able to play in this game, so that's also something to keep in mind. But that was not it for Van Jefferson. We get another one here. The Rams are down 25-18, and this was coming off that great drive. Van Jefferson's going to get it here, and what we're going to see again, they're right around their own 6, their own 5-yard line. So Goff is going to get this out of the gun, and what you're going to see is Van Jefferson right off the line of scrimmage. He's going to hop step here, and he still, despite the fact he's a rookie, he's still going to beat Kevin King. And I understand Kevin King is the butt of a lot of jokes, especially after this postseason, which was not his best. But King has played some good time in the NFL as a starter. And this shouldn't be happening. This isn't just Kevin King being bad. Look at the way... It's really impressive what Van Jefferson's able to do here. He's going to get that extra yards. Kevin King has no chance at this. And then he moves upfield and gets some yards after that. This is just little things like this. They don't get talked about enough. But this very, very clearly shows me that Van Jefferson is going to be more than fine at the next level. And his rookie year was only as disappointing because the Rams were disappointing in his usage. You watch again, the stutter step. You're going to see digs that left foot in the ground and then turns around with ease because he's such a natural athlete. And Kevin King is just totally dead to rights. Now, this is what I'm talking about, the ankle flexion and moving upfield. This is just a great job to set yourself up to get the extra yards. And what Van Jefferson's going to do, he's going to brace for contact. He does a great job holding on to the ball, but he actually shoots himself after he gets hit. He shoots himself forward to try to get those yards, get those extra cheap yards, and that's something that you just have to love about Van Jefferson. So we have here late in the game, you have to be moving the ball. You're at your 22-yard line. Goff here in the gun. He's going to throw it. And Van Jefferson is going to make this catch. Beautiful catch, by the way, I might add. And it's going to be a first down. So how does this happen? Okay, let's walk through this. Let's go back a little bit because it's all important how this stuff happens. So Goff is going to get the play at the line. Now he's changing everything. And he needs to make sure everything's going well. Like, he needs to make sure they're on the same page. He goes over even to try to explain thoroughly to his receiver. He's got Van Jefferson also. Josh Reynolds has to come out of his position. Josh Reynolds tells Van Jefferson, this play doesn't look like it's going to go well. When you have that much miscommunication, I mean, it's a cold environment. They're on the road. This is slot receiver Van Jefferson here. He has a guy playing off him about 10 yards, not really respecting. He's respecting his speed, obviously, but he's not respecting him off the line of scrimmage. They're not playing him tough. So, Van Jefferson with number 39 is just basically going to run this slant, and number 39 is going to run it with him, but Van Jefferson's just going to simply run it better. There he is, jumping up, making the play, securing the catch, getting out of bounds, stop the clock, and get the first down. That's exactly what you want, and that's a rookie doing that late in the game. That is pretty much the last game of their season. That is their last game of the season. One more play here, and this is going to do it. We're going to get Van Jefferson, and he's going to be on the outside. They really trusted him on this. This is going to be a quick slant, or a quick, little screen here. Nothing too much. Van Jefferson tries to kind of make a man miss, and then he runs out of bounds, moves quickly upfield. Look, give Goff props here. There wasn't really much to do. And he's just trying to make a play happen. It's late in the game. You're getting all that pressure. He rolls out. I like that move. You're throwing against his body. And you have 2 guys in your grill already. There's no blockers. Jefferson knows he's going to try. He's going to make sure that he's running close to the sideline to get out of bounds. He's going to be hit, and that's going to be that. That's the end of the Van Jefferson video here with all the clips and everything, all the highlights, tape, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this format. If you like this format more than the Stafford format, you know, me kind of breaking down the film instead of necessarily, you know, talking and narrating over what I would call highlights, let me know. You know, it's a different way of recording. I have a completely different setup, and sometimes it feels a little broken, but you know, I like doing this. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Simply put, the reason I put this all together is because I'm trying to explain to you that Van Jefferson is a damn good receiver. The Rams have a really good receiver in Van Jefferson. And I think Van Jefferson, at the end of the day, has a chance to be a star in the NFL. And not just a star, but a superstar. And I think he could be the best receiver in the Rams as early as this year. Van Jefferson's biggest issue was playing time, even with Jared Goff. Playing, you know, the way he did, very up and down. Van Jefferson would have had about an 800-yard season or close to it. The fact of the matter is that Van Jefferson didn't get the reps. He played all 16 games, but he didn't get the reps. And the fact that he wasn't even used in some of those games was just mind-boggling to me. And Sean McVay, this might be just his way with rookies. Maybe we just should learn not to expect a ton out of rookies. But we saw Cam Akers turn it on. We saw Van Jefferson turn it on. So the future of the Rams is bright. And Van Jefferson, whether they keep Woods and Kupp the next 2 years with Van, or they trade one of them, Van Jefferson is going to be a Ram for a long time, and he's going to be a damn good one at that. Can block, can move upfield, run after the catch ability. His framework is great, obviously framing the football and making the catch. He's just very reliable. He's got speed, and he's got, you know, obviously that play, you know, the big play ability and the ball tracking. That's really important. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want more of this. Be sure to comment, subscribe, and drop a like. It always helps with the algorithm. And I think I'll do another video like this on Bryson Hopkins, who is the backup tight end behind Tyler Higbee, who was also a rookie last year and who also wasn't utilized enough, but literally wasn't utilized at all. So again, appreciate you guys so much, and we'll be working on that video, trying to get that out to you as soon as possible. But there you go, Rams fans. You got your Rams video. So if you play fantasy, make sure to pick up Van Jefferson. That's all I'm going to say. Later, guys.